skater represents the Russian Olympic Committee.
The lights are cut off, but you still tell I win!
Not so long ago, a decision was made to raise the age limit in figure skating. Now it will be possible to participate in adult competitions from the age of 17 and not from 15. Olympic champion Kamila Valieva spoke about this. They still want women skating with real emotions. And at the age of 15, it's hard to do this without any experience of living emotions. And at the age of 17, you have already experienced something, and probably, yes, it's right that they raise the age. Probably with the context to extend the career of the skaters so that they don't finish at the age of 17, but only start and further and longer please the audience and judges, themselves and the coaches. Valieva said. Valieva and Tiktamasheva are heading to Mongolia. Have the Russians found a replacement for Japanese shows? In January, Japanese figure skaters have already visited Ulaanbaatar. In early May, the capital of Mongolia will host a full-fledged show with the participation of the best Russian figure skaters of the past season. Initially, it was planned for the fall, but apparently, everything was coordinated much faster. Kamila Valieva, Elizaveta Tiktamasheva, Evgeny Semenenko and others will not only be able to go to Mongolia, but also help develop figure skating in this country. And for the first time in a season, the whole team will go to an international show. Ever heard of Mongolian figure skaters? Yes, there are. Marilardine Gansa became the first Mongolian to take part in competitions under the auspices of the ISU. In 2011, the single skater performed at the World Junior Championships in 2019 at the Universiade in Krasnoyarsk. Now the athlete regularly competes in tournaments from the Challenger Series. Marilardine trains in Japan, where she moved with her parents at the age of 5. The reason is simple. In Mongolia at that time there were no ice arenas where skaters could fully train. Mongolian winter sportsmen could only train in winter, when everything was frozen, sometimes in unbearably low temperatures below -30 degrees. In order to continue training at another time, it was necessary to travel abroad. And only in 2021, the first indoor ice arena opened in the capital Ulaanbaatar. The size of the ice rink is 30 by 60 meters, which meets the IOC standards. Therefore, in the arena step, which translates as step, any competition can be held. In January of this year, Japanese figure skaters came to Mongolia. They performed in the Grassland on Ice show, which was jointly organized by the Figure Skating Federations of Japan and Mongolia. The event was timed to coincide with the celebration of the 50th anniversary of the establishment of diplomatic relations between the two countries. There were no Yuzuru Hanyu, Shoma Uno, Kaori Sakamoto and other famous Japanese figure skaters in Ulaanbaatar, but a start has been made. Among the speakers, the main star was Rika Hongo, a two-time bronze medalist of the Four Continents Championship and the winner of the Grand Prix in Russia. In May, Russian figure skaters are due to visit the capital of Mongolia. The official website of the Step Arena says that the show will be held on May 6-7, and almost the entire national team will participate in it, including Kamila Valieva, Elizaveta Tiktamasheva, Sofia Akateva, Adelia Petrosyan, Evgeny Semenenko, Petr Gumenik, Dmitry Aliyev and Mark Kondratyuk. Anastasia Messina, Alexander Galyamov, Evgenia Tarasova, Vladimir Morozov, Alexandra Boykov, Dmitry Kozlovsky and Victoria Sinitsina, Nikita Kutselapova are waiting for the pair's performers. Perhaps the list will continue to grow. I am glad that figure skating is laying the foundation for its intensive development in Mongolia. I am sure that Mongolian skaters will soon participate in international competitions and show excellent performances. I want you all to be strong and unwavering in our friendship. I hope to see you soon in Ulaanbaatar. Middle Asian Daily News reported Kamila Valieva as saying. In 2022, the Mongolian government decided to declare 2023-2025 the years of visiting Mongolia in order to promote the development of the country's tourism sector, which was affected by the pandemic. Therefore, we decided to hold such a show. It is organized by the Mongolian Committee of Physical Culture and Sports and will be the first full-scale event of its kind in the country. Last year, negotiations were indeed underway to host the show in Mongolia, but it was scheduled for autumn. This was told by the Minister of Sports of Russia Oleg Matitsyn, who discussed the gala concert at a video meeting with the chairman of the State Committee for Physical Culture and Sports of Mongolia, Zhargalsakand or Serengian. We recently signed a joint action plan to develop cooperation in the field of physical culture and sports for 2022-2024. We have already begun its implementation. In the fall, Russian figure skaters will take part in a large-scale ice show in Ulaanbaatar and hold a series of master classes for Mongolian athletes. These were the words of Oleg Matitsyn. The possible show was also commented by the General Director of the Russian Figure Skating Federation, Alexander Kogan. We will meet with representatives of the Federation and the Ministry of Sports of Mongolia in order to study the conditions and opportunities. This will take place in early October. We are talking about the conditions of the show. You can offer an open area no one knows where, on Baikal. We should get acquainted with the opportunities that exist in terms of the quality of ice, accommodation. Then we can be more specific. Such work is supposed to be carried out. But since there is still a real ice arena in Mongolia, holding a show should not be any particular problem. And this is cool for local athletes. Firstly, they have a place to train, and secondly, they can see some of the best skaters in the world, also in all kinds. The Japanese did not come to them with a stellar cast, but they may return. The heroes of the past season will come from Russia, plus Sinitsinikat Salapov, who did not participate in the competition. For Russian skaters, this is also good. Not counting the show by Atari Tuparids in Kazakhstan, talented Russian athletes will be the first to attend an international gala concert this season. Mongolia can hardly be a full-fledged replacement for the same Japanese shows that Russians used to be invited to. So far, there is only one venue in the country where you can perform, and this is not enough. On the other hand, why shouldn't such a show help attract the attention of the authorities and investors for planning new ice arenas in the future? This situation can be called a win-win situation for both parties. Russian skaters have places to perform other than Russia, although not all cities are covered at home yet, and in Mongolia, there may be a figure skating boom.